This is a public service announcement from Super Pixels Weekly reminding you, please, play Minecraft with your kids. They really enjoy it. Welcome to Super Pixels Weekly, a podcast about video game news and anything else revolving around video games and the nerd subculture. We are your co-hosts. I'm Donavin.
And I'm William. Our show is available on all major podcast platforms. Don't forget to email in your questions or comments for the show at superpixelsweekly@gmail.com. Also, our individual Twitch and YouTube links are in the description, so hit us up over there too.
Boom. One last thing. I get some sweet deals on some PC games through my Instant Gaming link down below. It's in the description. And if you ever want to donate money to the podcast or us, and you want to support us, please just click the extra life link, which is right below me on Twitch, because we're live, by the way, and also in the description, and send your money to the kids, right? Kids can't wait, so send that money to the kids that need it. We're helping out with video games. Boom. Look at that intro. We ironed it out, baby.
Knocked out the intro in under a minute.
Less than a minute. God, we're so good.
That is the new intro. And,
by the way.
Yeah, and will be from now on, so the intro's not super long.
We're also looking at some new intro music. Who knows? I dig the old one, but I'm sick of dealing with copyright, so I don't know about you, Bill.
Yeah, I want something original. Dude, I'll hop on Dreams and make a song if you want me to.
I want you to do that, actually. That'd be so good.
I seriously will. I love making music in Dreams. I'm down.
I'll get on Minecraft and get a bunch of note blocks.
Line the
It'd be so good.
With the redstone. I never knew how to do all that. That's super fancy.
So I actually, not to detract from the podcast, I got back into Minecraft, as you know, because my daughter, and I've been so focused on it, like hyper-focused. Like, we'll play, like, when she's like, oh, Dad, let's play Minecraft. I'm like, oh, what do you want to build? Whatever. And then, like, when she goes to bed, I'm like, all right, cool, boom. And, like, I'll get into it, and it'll be, like, 12 or 1 a.m., and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, I gotta go to sleep. Like, I'll just lose myself in it, and it's
That's
like,
how it goes.
I know, and like the music will pick up, and it'll be like boom, bing, boom, boom, like the piano or whatever, and I'm like, yep, I'm in the fucking zone, dude. So that's
it's to the point where like those songs are like classic video game songs.
Ingrained in my they're ingrained in my brain, and they're classics.
Yeah. Before we get into the podcast, I want to introduce our new segment that I didn't talk to you about. Donavin's garden update. Do you have any garden updates for us?
I was typing to the chat and I was like, what are you talking about? I do actually. You did fucking.
I want to talk about your garden again.
Super caught me off guard. So yeah, if you don't know, which literally none of you do because I don't talk about it, my wife and I decided to start growing a garden because we're finally in a place where there's like a temperate climate and we can grow, grass and like vegetables.
It's not 900 degrees.
Yeah, we couldn't do it in El Paso a lot. We started growing some like cucumbers and tomatoes and everything like that. We have our own little like box garden. But I do have an update actually for you because last week I talked about how that's all I did was like clean up the garden, mow the grass, do that dad shit. But so we have some tomatoes growing in, and they're turning red, so we might actually pick those this weekend. I think tomorrow was her plan, to like put them up, cut them up, put them in salad. I have one cucumber, and it looks, if you're on the Twitch chat, it looks like a U. It's fucking weird. Like, it's not a full cucumber that's straight. Like, it's straight up curling up, and it's a U. So I might just leave that alone and let it ride, or cut it up and eat it, because why not? I grew it. What about weed?
Yeah.
No, Tate, I am not growing weed. I wish I was growing weed.
And if he was, I don't think he would just outright say that on the podcast.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't just be like, yeah, by the way, federal officers, my address is... we also have a couple of like lettuce leaves and stuff like that. So we actually made a salad last week of the lettuce. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Cool. It's a lot of work though to take care of a garden. Like I didn't realize how much like weeding you have to do to like stop them, and like all these fucking bugs, dude. I swear to God, I've never wanted to fist fight a beetle so hard in my life.
What do you get? What do you get over there? You getting Japanese beetles or what?
Well, I think there's Japanese beetles that are coming for the tomatoes, and then there's like this weird invasive species. They're called like the spotted lanternflies. Like they look like beetles, but they're not. But they're super invasive. They like kill trees. They kill plants. Like they lay eggs on the leaves and they die. So like every time I get a chance to like see one of these little dudes, I'm like, whoa, bop! Like I'll fuck them, I'll step on them and everything. Like they're fucking my shit up, and I'm not down with it.
Dang. Well.
But yeah, thanks for catching me off guard with that. Like Jesus.
I've been waiting for that. I was like, I'm gonna ask him about his garden before we get into the podcast. Every week, I'm gonna throw this shit at you.
Hell yeah!
An update. We'll see.
That's replacing the question of the week. Like we're not.
By the way, if you ever need lawn advice, I got you.
Yeah, true. William is actually a lawn care expert. So if you have lawn advice that you want to email to us, please, by all means, we want some traffic in the email.
Yo, real talk, I'll answer your lawn care questions
You'd be
live
like,
on podcast.
Bro, should I use saltpeter? Nah, bro, I got you.
Alright. Video games, right?
Nah, those are gross. Let's talk about gardens. Okay. So video games are pretty cool. I wanted to, before we got into news, I wanted to caveat a little bit. And if you're on the Twitch chat and you follow me on TikTok, 'cause I'm not going to plug that because that's like a thing I do. You might have seen it. I'm going to go grab it. No, I'm not going to grab it. I'm not going to get up. I'm lazy. I did get a new graphics card for my computer. I finally got on board with the 3060s. So I finally got back into ray tracing. What's that mean to people that don't use computers? So ray tracing is like a new thing, right? I had a 2070, which is the previous generation. It decided to shit the bed. I did a couple of return to manufacturers, RMAs with MSI, and they were helpful, but not super helpful, because every time I would give it to them, they bring it back, and they're like, hey, it's cool, man. I put it back on my machine, and I'd get like nothing. So finally decided to go for it, get a new graphics card, and I finally have ray tracing back. So what that means for me is I played Cyberpunk today for the first time in like a year. And holy fuck, I missed it. Yes, it was a shitty launch. Yes, it was rocky. Yes, but I didn't have any issues with it when it first came out because I had ray tracing, so it was cool. Like the computer could run it. And yeah, that's the update for the PC. Is there's a new graphics card in there, and I can't wait to like burn my eyes off with all of the great graphics. So let me just throw that out there and rub that in.
I was kind of related to that. I was listening to Lawrence Sontag and Bruce Green. They have a podcast together. I was listening to their most recent episode today on what is it, Talk to the Internet podcast.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of them was saying that when Cyberpunk came out, like they didn't know it was such a shit show because it ran perfectly on their, souped up PCs.
Well, like that was my thing.
Like, well, my experience was great. So
like I had a bunch of friends that like had like previous gen consoles, previous gen at the time, like PS4 and stuff like that, or Xbox Ones, who were like, "This is fucking garbage," and I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Like this is fine."
Yeah.
But that was also with like this $2,000+ PC that's sitting next to me, or like it was dumped into with graphics cards and like upgrades, and I was like, "Yeah, you guys, I don't know what you mean." So I guess you could say that's the one time that the PC Master Race like finally came into play. I don't know.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah, it was a way different experience on a good PC. So.
Oh yeah, like the dick graphics. Seeing a wiener flap.
I don't know what context that is.
Oh, you haven't played Cyberpunk?
Because I did not play that game. No, of course not.
So
I have
like
a PlayStation 4.
So at the beginning, you're customizing your character and you're like adding like upgrades or whatever to your face, like cosmetics, and you can customize your dick size, which is pretty funny. So I went with super realistic, right? So I went with like micro penis, as you know. But no, it's pretty funny. Yeah, there were Twitch chats agreeing. There were very impressive wiener graphics. So
that's good. I'm glad everyone could at least agree on that when it comes to Cyberpunk.
It was funny too because you could like they were I think it was like Unrealist or Unreal like I guess I don't even know how to speak. Unreal like assets that they were used, so like the ragdoll effect was in effect, so you could like turn the camera real quick and the dick would like boing, like flip back and forth. That was pretty good.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
very
so
unfortunate that it was a flop.
yeah, much like the wiener.
Well, I didn't even mean to do that.
But
okay.
So the news, yeah, let's get serious because we're a super serious podcast. Don't ever think anything different.
Totally serious. Yes. So, Sony has finally announced a PlayStation showcase for September 9th.
Fuck! Finally.
And we've all been waiting for this. Their big, like E3 presentation, and I think this is going to be it. The show is going to run 40 minutes long and focus mainly on PS5 titles released this holiday season. I don't want
to cut you off with this, but I swear to God, that's so not enough time.
It doesn't, it's not like super long, but I think with the way Sony likes to do it, they're just like boom, 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 like game.
They do that thing where they're like
all the fat.
They trim out all the talking, like the Bethesda conference. We're like, hey, we're going to talk about Elder Scrolls, but not actually tell you anything. Like they trim it out, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
This is going to be straight up like, and here's this next game, blah, 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 and here's a world premiere, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to be straight trailers. That's what they did last year when they revealed, like, Miles Morales and stuff like that.
That's fair.
And then the only thing confirmed to not be there so far is PSVR 2.
They don't need that. There's no need for that.
I mean, well, it's coming, but they're not going to comment on it, so like they're not showing anything on that. So if anyone is interested in that, don't expect that. Which we live in a world now where like these companies are setting expectations before these presentations, and they're like, hey, this game will not be here, this game will not be here. But like the only thing Sony has confirmed that won't be there is PSVR 2, which in my mind leaves it open to so many things. Specifically God of War Ragnarok, which is rumored to have a trailer there. We'll see. It's rumored that there's going to be the first trailer. Also rumored is an Uncharted collection with all 5 games for the PC.
I did actually hear a little bit about that, and like I own all of the Uncharted games on PlayStation, but I don't give a shit. I will buy them again to put them on PC to put ray tracing through Nathan Drake's eyes. I don't care.
Totally. I mean, of course, people will eat that up. I guarantee it. Yeah. But I'm hoping for Ragnarok. I think the hypest thing possible could be anything Spider-Man, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Like besides Ragnarok, Spider-Man for at least Sony is the only thing that I wouldn't say saves the show, but like would set it apart, if that makes sense. Like give them something to be like, holy fuck, you know.
I think it's too soon for that to happen, but it would be amazing. I'm sure we're gonna get updates on games like Ghostwire Tokyo, and
I am waiting for that.
Yeah, that game looks sick. Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is coming out, I think, later this month or something like that. I'm sure we'll see that. I read a thing that SOCOM is possibly going to make a comeback there. What? I don't know. I take that with the smallest grain of salt. I have no idea if there's any proof of it.
Bro,
I just briefly read that.
Could you imagine for the splittest of seconds? Like, that would be insane.
Well, how about this? One thing that's going around is Sony is going to acquire Bluepoint.
Oh finally. My God, we're not starting this again. No, don't do it.
The studio, not Blue Box, not the...
My mind associated the wrong thing.
Bluepoint is the people that remade Demon Souls recently.
I thought that already happened, actually.
No, they didn't acquire them.
Okay,
no.
they were There was like a one
There's
shoot, and they were talking about it. Okay, that's
right. Well, it's an exclusive thing. When you would think about that studio, you probably associate them with PlayStation.
Yeah, that's. I was like, yeah, Blue Point. They made Demon Souls for PS5, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So, there's a rumored acquisition, but also, and this is straight rumor speculation going around. They're going to remaster, I think like a Metal Gear Solid collection.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
That's going around. I don't know how true that would be.
So I am not an expert in the field, as everyone knows that listens to the podcast. That neither of us are experts in the field. We have no degrees.
Absolutely not.
No degrees to throw at this. I heard that in 2020, like it was like a weird leaked, like, hey, this might happen. We were like, yeah, whatever, because I know that it would be the biggest pain in the ass to lend the asset and lend the licensing from Konami to somebody else, only because Konami is like literally got their claws in it. They don't want to let it up. But we talked about it a couple of casts ago. I think that they've kind of like let off the leash a little bit on it. Again, I have no idea to confirm this, or no way to confirm or deny this, that Konami's let up a little bit on the licensing of those IPs, but I did see a couple of weird conspiracy websites. They were talking about how Blue Point could remake the Metal Gear collection, like 1, 2, and 3. The Solid collection, at least.
Well, I think Konami has let up as well, because...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. They've, like... Before, it was like, you couldn't even think of getting anything Metal Gear. And now they're like, oh, we don't fucking care. Like whatever. As long as it's not Kojima, like, basically.
They're over there making pachinko machines and making bank off of that shit, so...
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Konami was actually, like, a family games company before it started making video games. Like, they made playing cards, they made gambling equipment and stuff like that. And then they were like, let's make video games in the 90s. And it turns out it was, like, the greatest fucking mistake of their lives. And then Kojima and them had that split not too long ago. So obviously it went in the toilet, so they didn't give a shit anymore. So I guess it would make sense if they were finally being like, you know what, fine, the people want it, give it to them. But it's almost in line with Konami's reputation to be like, fuck you, you're not getting anything Metal Gear because we own it besides these pachinko machines. Give us your money. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I would love to see it, especially because if they did that, I think I would finally play Metal Gear.
Really?
If they really remastered it.
That's the thing.
I would give it a shot.
Hey, I need you. Like, right on the shelf behind my head, which, yep, right here-ish. Yeah, there's a PlayStation 3. Above that PlayStation 3 on the shelf is the entire, I don't know how to point, the entire Metal Gear Legacy collection that I got as a gift. So all the way from Metal Gear 1, like the old school Atari, up to Metal Gear 4. So that was something I was thinking of playing on stream. But if you need an introduction, I've got the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1 disc that you can pop into a PS3. I got one. Let me know if you need one.
I'm not gonna have you send me all
bro,
that shit.
I will mail you. It's the, remember how I got 2? We talked about it a couple of casts ago.
Yeah,
I say a couple, but it was like a year ago at this point. I will mail you a PlayStation 3. Like, do not fucking play games with me.
No,
sir.
You're good. I would wait until a remastered something thing and probably play it then.
Well, yeah, you'd play the remastered and be like, you know what? I want to know what this was like when it was original. And you play the original way. This is fucking dog shit. I hate this game.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so back to the Sony thing. I mean, is there anything that you're hoping to see out of the state of play, or
a little bit more
PlayStation related? A
little bit more on, oh my god, what is the game? Horizon. A little bit more Horizon. I feel like they might talk a little bit on that. I played a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. What's the new one? Is it like New Frontiers or something like that? I can't remember what the title is.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I think it's like New something or Frontier something. But
I fucking forgot what it's called.
well,
Too.
no, yeah. So like a little bit on that because they were super pushing that at E3, right? Or at the State of Play or whatever it was. They were like, it's coming, and everybody was like, yeah. So I would like a little bit of an update. I know it won't happen, but I really want some Uncharted news. I want, besides the PC port, I want to know what the fuck is going on with Nathan Drake. I know the dude's like 45 at this point, but Thief's End was, I swear to God, one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. I watched, after I bought a PlayStation, I watched PewDiePie play Uncharted 4. And this was like, for people who do not have the ability to date themselves based on the name of PewDiePie, right? I immediately stopped watching like 7.5 minutes through this video of him like doing a Let's Play, and I was like, I need to play this game for myself. So I went to a GameStop and bought Uncharted 4, never playing any of the Uncharteds before that, started playing it, and I was like, cool, this is fucking amazing. Beat it, and I was like, holy fuck, that hurt my heart. I need to know what happened before. Bought the Uncharted collection and played through all of the Uncharteds after being introduced to the series through Uncharted 4. So I would really like some more Uncharted news with Nathan Drake. Like, I love the newest Uncharted game with who was it, Chloe, and what's her name? Like the offshoot they did. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't give a fuck when anyone says Nathan Drake is one of my dudes. Like, I need that guy in my life.
I don't know if you did get anything new Uncharted. I really don't know if it would be Nathan Drake, to be honest.
Well, so that's the thing, or even just the Drake family, because the way that Uncharted 4 ended, which isn't really a spoiler alert, is it like kind of left a lot to like, hey, he's getting old, but his daughter's almost an adult. That'd be pretty cool, right? Like, it's basically the way Uncharted 4 ended. So, like, even then, where it was like, hey, this is, I forget the daughter's name, but like, hey, we're doing this, and I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm on board. And they'd be like, we haven't heard anything. I'm like, I don't care, I'm on board.
The only Uncharted thing I played was the first game, because I started playing the collection. I blew through the first game. I loved it. I had a great time.
So good.
And then I started the second one, and I don't know. I just kind of got burnt out. I just was tired of playing Uncharted.
So yeah, no, like they're
so
like
I need to go back.
They're the same. Like every Uncharted game is they're very, very similar. Now, if you're like a history buff, like I am a little bit, with like at least what my degree was when I was going to college, the scenery changes. So it's like, hey, we're going to this place now to find this secret thing or this historical thing. But that's basically the game, is like, we have changed from secret thing A in the first game to secret thing B in the second game. And you're like, oh, we're still doing the sweet platforming from the first game, but now I can climb in the snow instead of the sun. Like,
yeah, right.
which is still cool. Like because the way the games were set up is you got introduced to some of the most groundbreaking platforming sections of any games this decade, and I will die on that hill. Like the plane sequence in Uncharted 2, where you're fighting the dude and you get thrown out of the plane in the middle of the Sahara, and you're like, I have no fucking idea where I am. So good. The fucking train sequence from Uncharted 2, where you have to climb up the train as it's falling up the tracks. So good. 1 was an introduction. Uncharted 1 gave you like the, hey, you're playing Tomb Raider, but you're a guy now, is basically how that game went. Still, even then, like the platforming section of the submarine in the first like hour of the game, when you're like, why the fuck are there Nazi submarines in the middle of Brazil? And the game's like, I don't know, bro, find out. Like, that's exactly what I want in an Uncharted game. So please, Sony, if you're listening, which you're probably not, ever, give Daddy Uncharted 6 confirmed. But definitely, I want to hear more, too, to caveat off that. I want to hear more about Ragnarok. I want a lot more info, because I did not finish God of War, but it was spoiled for me, and it sucks. I do want... it sucks so bad, because I was like, I wanted to feel that, like, ending. I wanted to see the hammer and be like, holy fuck, and then get a black screen. Like, I wanted all that. I didn't get it. I got it after the fact, but that's okay. I want more of Ragnarok, though, because we have no fucking idea what that has in store. Because if you look at Norse mythology at all, Ragnarok is a fucking shit show. Gods are fighting everything, so, like, that's fantastic for a God of War series. Have Kratos fight fucking everything under the sun.
I can't wait, dude. Like, I want it so bad. That God of War is the only God of War I've ever played, and
really, you didn't play the Spartan collection?
No, I was an Xbox kid. So
that's right.
I never was able to play it, and everyone was like, "Yeah, you can jump into this game. It's like a whole reboot." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a try." My coworker kept saying, "Try it, play it, like it's incredible."
Was it Justin?
Okay,
I bet
fine.
it was Justin.
No, it was a different dude. Shout out Rob.
No, so yeah, God of War the reboot was 100% a game you could just pick up and be like, "Yep," and then you still get like the satisfaction of like the reveal after the fact, because everybody that played the old God of Wars knew that Kratos was a Spartan and like the whole like Greek mythology, but then you're like, why the fuck is he carrying an axe and have a beard? Like, what's going on? You get that reveal later in the game that he like left his past and all that stuff. Not to spoiler alert, boom. You get that reveal later on. It's super cool if you've never experienced it. You're like, holy fuck, he was Greek before. But I'm gonna get my tinfoil hat on because I think we've talked about it before. This is still kind of in the Sony showcase, but this caveats to God of War. The same thing goes with Ubisoft, and I think I talked about this to you off cast. But I was like, how fucking wild is this, right? So Ubisoft, in the past, we'll go 10 years because I don't want to put a date on it, right? Has made 3 Assassin's Creeds that have all delved into mythologies from different places. Number 1 being Egypt, right? Assassin's Creed Origins. 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is Greek. And then now 3, Valhalla, Valhalla, which is Norse. What does that sound like to you? And I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
That we're gonna do another one, another mythology, right?
Well, yes.
So where are we going with it?
No, so I was caveating it to EA having the combativeness with Age of Mythology. How, like, for some fucking reason, Assassin's Creed is lined up with Age of Mythology, where they decided to every year. And this is tinfoil stuff to like the deepest end, right? Is they were like, we're just going to milk mythologies because they made those 3 games that all delved into different mythologies from different cultures. And then we used to be super big fans of Age of Mythology, where it was just Egypt, Norse mythology, and Greek mythology battling it out. So like that might, and this is again, super big tinfoil stuff. What if that delves into Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is not related to Sony, but I am going off on a tangent because Assassin's Creed
is related.
No, but we're gonna reel it in. I promise. What do you like? How fucking wild is that? And I just made this like correlation in my brain again, right?
So what are you getting at exactly?
So,
they're gonna like team up and
no, not they're gonna team up, but like that Ubisoft has like sucked some semblance of inspiration from the old Age games, where it was like, whoa, my god, we're Ubisoft, we have to make a game every year, what are we going to get it from now? Oh shit, how about those old mythology games? Yeah, we'll make a Greek one, that'll be good. Yeah, we'll make a Norse one, that'll be good. And everybody will eat it the fuck up, because we did. Like, I still to this day love Valhalla, I love Origins, and I love Odyssey. All 3 are games that I have not completely finished, and I probably never will. But how wild is that? Big. They're so big. That's the point. They're so fucking big. It's insane.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like why I connected with Valhalla, and I didn't play Origins, but what's the other one? Odyssey. Yeah. I connected a lot with Odyssey. I really liked Odyssey because in Age of Mythology I was always the Greek mythology. So
boo.
I know. I was a Zeus main always.
Not Zeus? You wouldn't even go Hades to have some defense?
Bro, I was a dumb kid. I was like, this guy with a beard, he looks sick.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was dumb as fuck, and I started playing with your brother and Victor, and I was like, bro, there's some strategies to this shit.
No, they were cracked.
Yeah, they were fucking cracked. Like, they'd be like, yeah, we're going to do a Greek hoplite rush with a Hades main. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah,
dude,
you got to pick Hades so you have...
I just play Zeus against easy bots. Like, I don't...
easy bots so I can lightning strike motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Or I like, after I got the hang of it, I started playing again because I have Age of Mythology. And, like, I used to play, like, all the modded servers, like we're playing Sims, and you'd be, like, a settler and pick a house. I'm like, yeah, this is great. But after I got the hang of it, I would start doing, like, the Norse stuff and, like, do the Norse rush where with, like, cavalry. And, like, that was the move, is you would just build fucking longhouses all the way to somebody's base and be like, yeah, you killed my guys, but I have 900 more on the way, so what do you want? So, like, that was the game. But... I'm sorry to go off on a tangent. Let's keep talking Sony. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that
went. We got to reel it back in.
But so to wrap up this first story, I want to see Ragnarok. I don't really know. I think it would be cool if somehow they brought back Jack and Daxter, or fucking somehow Sly Cooper somehow.
I didn't even
just pulling shit out of my ass.
I didn't even think about that. Could you fucking imagine if they were like, "Hey, by the way, Sly Cooper's coming back." Everybody go fucking nuts. I would go nuts.
No way.
I would go out and fist fight a fucking 9-year-old kid for a PS5 to play Sly Cooper again. You kidding me?
You know what would be some real crazy shit is if they're like one last thing at the end. Is fucking abandoned, finally.
Yeah, they're like, oh, by the way, check this shit out, and it's a Silent Hill game. We're like, holy fucking shit!
It's abandoned, and then Kojima's there, and
he's like, hello, I am Hideo Kojima, and this is my game Abandoned. And we were like, what the fuck?
This is my friend Hassan. He is not really a game developer.
It's like a picture of somebody, like he made it up, like he did with Metal Gear 5. It's like his face, but like photoshopped.
Bro, if Abandon shows up as Silent Hill, I think that'd be the hypest moment.
We're getting back on this, and I'm so for it, because I thought about, like, after we like took our little break, like I was, the whole time that we weren't casting, I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, I swear to God, because I saw a bunch of like weird random, like, hey, you would like this on like TikTok, because I'm super hip, so I'm on TikTok, of like, do you guys remember Silent Hill 4, The Room? And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely, that's my favorite Silent Hill game. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, there are some parallels to the new game Abandoned. And I was like, don't fucking start this shit. Oh, I swear to God, please.
Abandoned stuff is catching the algorithm.
It caught me. Like, I swear to God, I talked about, like, I had my phone on the desk, if you're on the chat, like, watching them on Twitch. Like, I'm pointing down at my phone right now. I had it on my desk when we would talk about it. And the phone was like, oh, you like fucking Kojima, huh? Let's see if let's have some conspiracy theories, bitch. So,
man,
I would literally shit myself on command if Kojima just walked out like he did when he came out with the Death Stranding fucking trailer to like the Battlefield theme, like the ba 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 ba, and he's like, hello, I'm Kojima, this is my new studio, and this is Abandoned. I'd be like, holy fucking shit,
man.
I would in the chair that I am sitting in as we are casting at this moment, I would literally shit my pants.
All right, peak hype. Next Thursday.
Yes.
If Abandon ends up being Silent Hill at the end of this conference, that is peak hype, and you heard it here first. We predicted that shit. And if it didn't happen, then don't listen to this episode anymore. Just turn it off.
Just turn it off. Actually, don't do that. Just skip like a minute and a half. Like,
well,
actually, like 20 seconds.
I mean, you don't just scrub till the end so we get your whole play.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna totally use you for numbers, all of you. No, I'm kidding.
I don't even know if that's how it works. I think you actually just press play and it counts as a play.
It does. Use this as cannon fodder to be like, you guys are fucking stupid. You don't know anything about the field that you are claiming to be in, and I'll be like, damn, you're right. We'll be better. But know this, right? If you're saying that and you're claiming this, all of this is also applicable to, I would say, a good 70% of the internet who are Hideo Kojima fans. Because everybody is being like, this is a fucking Silent Hill game. You cannot convince me.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I hope it is, but
So
we'll see.
Will's
I'm excited for this day to play though.
Will's
Very
in the
excited.
Will's in the Twitch chat, my buddy, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm claiming you're a big dummy," and that's fine. I accept it. We'll both accept that. I'm gonna accept that for William. We'll take it because if it's wrong, then no harm, no foul. If it's right, I'm so fucking good is what I'm going for.
Hey, if we're right, then Will, you're a dummy.
Damn. You heard it here. No, but seriously, to caveat from Kojima, boom, I'll read this one. Norman Reedus says that Death Stranding 2 is in negotiations, that's quotation marks, in a recent interview, which is fucking all I need, right?
Okay, hold on, wait. So I have a question.
Sure.
One, is this personally
so
what
you
want?
You have two questions, is that what you're saying?
I have a few, it might be more than two.
That's fine.
Is this what you want next out of Kojima?
Absolutely.
Or would you rather it be Silent Hill?
Fuck.
Or you just want Death Stranding? Or do you want a new IP? What would you want? Or Metal Gear, but that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. If Blue Point is making, if Blue Point's remaking Metal Gear, fucking scratch that. Like that's entirely like Kojima's not involved. He might come in and be like, "Hello, I'm Kojima," and then be like, "Yeah," like they have like motivation, right? Whatever. Scratch that shit. So is Death Stranding 2 something I want out of Kojima over an IP or abandoned if that happens to be true?
Being a thing. Yeah.
So do you want the selfish answer, or do you want the answer that the internet wants?
No, fuck the internet. I want straight, just your opinion.
Straight up me. I love Silent Hill, but I could give a fuck less because we have all the old classics to go back to. Now, that's not to say I wouldn't enjoy a brand new Silent Hill game to play because I was so fucking hyped for PT, you have no idea. And then it got shit canned. Everybody knows the story, right? But me as a person, and I will fucking die on this hill. I don't care what anyone says. I fucking love Death Stranding 1. It is not Walking Simulator. It is a game that anybody that played it that says, "Oh my god, it's Walking Simulator," does not have the brain capacity to understand the actual socio-political and economical implications of the game. So the game was designed. I'm getting super hard. So the game.
You just called so many people smooth brains.
I did, in fact, and I will again die on this hill. So if you haven't played it, give it a chance. If you don't like it, I won't hold that against you. But if you're like, this game's fucking dumb, it's fucking Walking Simulator, it's not. So if you fucking sit down and play the game, and you actually do the thing that Kojima wants you to do, and pay attention to the fucking cutscenes, right? The game is basically a, like, I'm at a loss for words. Like, it's a commentary on, at the time, too, a predictor to COVID. It is a 100% a predictor to how society, as it goes now, with bringing in Jeffrey Bezos, like how we rely on couriers, we rely on packages. So I have a question for you, right? To caveat. How many fucking Amazon packages have you received in the past, I don't know, week?
In the past week?
Yeah.
I think 2.
Okay, 2. Double that by maybe a month. How many Amazon packages have you received in a month?
I don't know.
Nobody fucking knows, but it's a decent amount, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so take that into consideration with the fact that Kojima introduces this, like, psychological horror aspect to basically being an Amazon driver. Where it's like, hey, you guys are couriers, and your whole role, which, not to reveal the whole story, is your mom was the president. Wow, check that shit out. Her dying wish was for you, Mr. Norman Reedus, if you please, to rebuild America. And you're like, what the fuck? So that's the game, is connecting these cities through a chiral network, which is a, like, different, element in Kojimaverse, where like everybody that connects with this sweet little key Norman Reedus carries around his neck is now instantaneously connected via like Wi-Fi. So you're basically rebuilding America, and that's a cool point too, is it shows like cooperation online, where like you and other players who are playing it with the online capability, you guys can be like, hey bro, you want to pool resources and rebuild this road so everybody that's playing right now on the server can use this road to deliver stuff? Or you could be like, nah, fuck you, I'm going to walk it. And they're like, all right, whatever. So, yes, Death Stranding is 1000% a socio-economical and political commentary on how the world's going and how we as a species are inherently reliant on social media, because that's the whole point of the game, is you get paid in likes. So I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I will die on that hill that Death Stranding is one of the greatest games of mankind. I will say mankind. And Death Stranding 2 would be exactly what I myself would like to see, because I want to know where the fuck the story could possibly go, because the ending of Death Stranding, if you did everything correctly or you did the right thing, ends on like such a cliffhanger. You're like, what happens now? Like, I know those were my thoughts as soon as like I saw like the last like 27 seconds of the Death Stranding like end cutscene. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? I want to know what happened from that second on. Yes.
Well, that's good. I hope you get it.
I hope I do too. But you know what?
Norman Reedus might have spilled the beans, so.
Good. He's like, my name's Daryl. Rick. Yeah. Crossbow.
Actually, in the same interview, he said that Sam Bridges could beat Daryl Dixon in a fight.
100%. Daryl Dixon's a cool guy, right? I love The Walking Dead, but Sam Bridges is a fucking bad motherfucker, and I don't care what anyone says. Again, I will die on this hill defending this game with my honor. Chivalry at the maximum.
Well,
hopefully I get the chance.
Bringing it back to Lawrence Sonntag, he loves this game too. So
I know. Lawrence and I are both quintessential gamers, and we are elitists when it comes to these things. Apparently.
Maybe he should come on the podcast. Just saying.
Bro, could you imagine? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring a buddy. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. He's like, yeah, me and Bruce. I'm like, what?
No, I would be like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is your podcast now.
I am the guest here.
You, for all intents and purposes, own Super Pixels Weekly for today.
You are the captain now.
But yes, to answer your question, to keep the ball rolling, I would like to see Death Stranding 2 over Silent Hill. That's not to say if it doesn't get, if Norman Reedus just happened to spill the beans, like everybody that works for Sony is apparently, because of all the Spider-Man fucking No Way Home leaks. Hey, whatever. That if that's to be quote-unquote expected, then if they come out with some abandoned bullshit, it's like abandoned, and like cross the name out and it's like Silent Hill or whatever, I'd be like, that's not to say I wouldn't be like fucking freaking out. Sick. Like I'd be so hyped. But yes.
Well, we'll see.
You have my answer, sir. How about you talk about something fucking super? I'm so excited about this, actually, this next point. Yeah. You have no idea.
To really keep things rolling, huh?
Yeah, that was a good fucking pun.
The next Skate game is confirmed to be on PC.
Confirmed.
Confirmed by EA, or actually by Full Circle, the studio making
Full Circle. That's funny because full circles are actually the shape of skateboard wheels. Confirmed.
Mm-hmm. And they're coming back full circle and making Skate all over again.
Look at you.
I love them. This is the first Skate game that will actually legitimately be on PC. Without an emulator. Yeah,
there's no legitimate Skate games on PC without emulators, so that's fucking phenomenal.
And I hear the emulated versions aren't that
It's
great.
not good. I tried it. I tried Skate 2 emulated, and I was like, what in the absolute fuck is this?
See, that's the best Skate game, too. So.
No, it's not. Well, Skate 2 is, yeah, but I thought you meant like the emulated version. I was like, no sir!
No.
It's like, who are you?
Yeah, I'm just so excited to see this, and the more platforms it's on, the more people will play it, and
Yeah.
more people will buy it. I just want this game to succeed so bad, and I really think it will. I really think this game is in really good hands. There was a lot of stuff that happened over the time that we were gone. There was skate-related shit that was going down. They released a trailer of like people mocapping and like, oh, we're working on it, blah blah blah. This shit. That's like their slogan right now. We're working on it, and they have a Discord up, and you can go in there and talk to devs and like all these, like the community manager, and
They got a dev Discord?
Yeah, you can, like, all the devs are in there. You can give feedback, you can give suggestions for the new game, and like they're so tight with the community right now. Like,
that's pretty cool.
There's no way they're gonna mess it up, especially because the two guys heading this game are the old guys. So
yeah, no, that's good.
This game, I think, is gonna be amazing, and after when this game comes out, I just don't need another game, like
ever in your life. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Battlefield 2042 comes out, and then like 3 years later, Skate comes out, and then that's just it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done with games. That's it. So then, what do you think? Right. So like, since Skate is published by EA at the end of all things, does that mean now, since they've confirmed it for PC, that a lot of future releases from EA Sports are going to be PC ports? Because I have been literally fucking dying for an NHL port to PC for like the past 8 fucking years.
I mean, probably, right? Madden's on PC.
Madden,
right?
so that's the thing. Madden's on PC, FIFA's on PC, NHL is not. None of the NHL games are on PC through Steam. Now, if they're on Origin, it's a different story, but they're all the older games, if anything. I have to look, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But the last NHL game would have been like one of the like ports from the fucking NES or like the Super Nintendo or whatever. It was like NHL fucking Ice Blitz or some shit from like the 90s. So like, from the time I got super duper into NHL, would have been like 2014, like when I came down to hang out with you guys in Georgia for a little bit. Like, and we like, all we did was like fucking drink 20 racks of PBR and play fucking NHL. That, like, if that was on PC, that would be the pinnacle of my life. Those exact same rosters, everything, like the you know, like it would be like a nostalgia rip off of fucking Nostalgia Bong, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I think you might eventually get it. No one thought Skate was going to be on PC, but
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, it's good. It's paving new ground, because if these dudes are making it on PC, that means they know that they have the ability to just port it from Xbox, like Microsoft / PS4 or whatever, PS5 to PC, because it's not that hard. If you have the Microsoft architecture to put it on console, you can translate it to PC. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Now, putting it on Mac or whatever, that's an entirely different story, or like different OSs. But if you have Windows, like, it's fucking Xboxes run Windows, but a different, like, they run Windows 8. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think eventually, if there's demand for it, because the reason Skate's coming to PC is because like
everyone's pissed, like they want it.
Yeah, that was like the main request from the community. Everyone's like, PC. That was like the main thing I saw.
Yeah,
it was like that, and then like, this game has to be open world, not that Skate 3 bullshit, because that map was sections. That was some bullshit. So.
Hey, look, I didn't play Skate 3.
Well, it was split up into 3 sections, and they were like smaller, contained open worlds, and it was bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you what was actually the superior Skate game is, I think you already know the answer. Skate 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still play it on my 360 today.
I have a 360 sitting on this bookshelf next to me. I don't know if you're watching the Twitch, but like right here, there's a 360 on that shelf, and I might fucking dig up the Skate 3 disc or Skate 2 disc I have, just to play Skate. Like,
you just hop on to the marketplace. It's like $5.
I bet I could find it on Windows, actually, like the old ports.
Matter of fact, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, I have Windows, like Microsoft Game Pass. I I'll find out.
Wait, how does that? If it's on Game Pass, I'm assuming it's only on console Game Pass. But
I
then,
think I'm gonna find out.
Could you xCloud it? Because I can xCloud it on my phone. I wonder if you could xCloud it on your PC.
Let me find out. I'm gonna look at the Game Pass for PC and see what's on there right now. Yeah, look at us.
Actually, the only one that's not on Game Pass is 2.
I know, Skate 3. I'm looking at it right now. It's like Skate 3. I googled Skate 2.
Look, Skate 3 is better because it...
No, it's not.
No. It's better in ways because it feels better. It's just more, like, fleshed out.
It's so gross.
They fine-tuned it more. But Skate 2 just looks better. The world is better, and just the whole vibe and atmosphere is better.
Skate 2 right now, and this is live information, on the Xbox Marketplace for 360 is still $15.
15?
$15 for 6 gigs of skate data.
I bought it not that long ago. There's no way I bought it for $15. I bought it like a few months ago.
You might have bought it on a sale, but right now, as it is, it's $15. That's wild. I'm looking at these screenshots. Like, hey,
maybe
bro,
I did buy it for. I probably did buy it. For
they
15.
might have bumped it up because of the fact that everyone's so fucking hyped for the new skate.
You know what?
Like, hey,
that's true. Maybe there's demand for skate now.
There's so many. That's amazing. Anyway, that's good. Good to know. I'm pretty sure I have a disc somewhere upstairs in my house.
Yeah. By the way, this news story is like a week and a half old, but
hey, whatever.
I was like,
we're behind.
I want to talk about it.
Other than that, so actually, I'm sorry to caveat. Do you know? Can you confirm or deny? Since it is a week old, is Jason Lee involved in Skate 4?
Dude, that's what.
The question that everyone's
every day when I look in the mirror and I'm brushing my teeth, I'm like,
you're like, is Jason Lee there? I hope he is.
My problem is. Someone tell me where the fuck Jason Lee is.
Actually,
he doesn't act anymore. He doesn't skate anymore. Where is he?
I know. I can tell you where he is. He's on the set of Clerks 3. That's probably where he is.
Oh, he's in Clerks 3?
I don't know, actually, if that's true, but I guarantee you Kevin Smith is not pulling any fucking punches with Clerks 3 when it comes out. So, because they just like maybe finish wrapping, I think, or they're close to finish wrapping for shooting for Clerks 3 not too long ago. So I know that, like, I know because I love Kevin Smith and I just know how he thinks. I know that fucking Jason Lee has to be in this fucking movie at some point as an offshoot, like, Brody character where he's like, hey, I'm at the gas station. I want a pack of smokes. Have you guys read this comic book? Like, that's just Jason Lee's character. So yeah. If Jason Lee's not in Clerks 3, which is a complete offshoot of what the fucking topic we were talking about is, but I swear to God, if Jason Lee is not in Clerks 3, I'm gonna fucking kill myself live on Twitch. I swear to God.
He's gotta be.
But yes, but that being said too, to reel it back in, if Jason Lee is not involved in Skate 4, I know now for a fact that EA is dead to me.
It's crazy because I've actively looked
like
for,
yeah, and there's like nothing like
yeah. I've looked for like him skating recently. I've looked for him in starring in movies, shows, something. I've looked for interviews, podcasts. Like he's just like off the grid.
Just out there. I bet he's on Cameo. I'm gonna find out if he's on Cameo right now.
But it's funny you say that though, because another thing that I see requested a lot is bringing back Coach Frank, who is Jason Lee. So,
that's yeah. Like,
which I think it's funny that Jason Lee is in the game when he was in 3, and you didn't play that game.
Well, I know I've seen trailers and I'm like, hey, I'm fucking Jason Lee. I'm fucking.
Did you play the demo?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if Jason Lee's on Cameo. Jason Lee is not on Cameo.
He's probably out there somewhere. I didn't dig that hard, but
I'm digging very barely. I just look for Jason Lee.
I would love if he made it.
Nah, Jason Lee's not on Cameo.
Well, if he's not on Cameo, he's
dead. Everybody's on Cameo, yeah. So if Jason Lee's not there, he's dead. God rest his soul.
Dude, I'll make a cameo and charge nothing.
I'll fucking make a cameo to team up with Jason Lee just to pay Jason Lee to make a cameo with me. What do you mean? Just be like, I would pay Jason Lee money just to be like, hey man, would you like a chocolate pretzel? Like, you have no idea. Or to like read off some script from Skate 3, like, that's wild.
Yeah, we do want Coach Frank back, and also the Skate staff,
we stand Coach Frank in this house.
They still acknowledge and rep Coach Frank for sure, so I think they'll get him back.
He's got to be out. When is Skate 4 slated to come out? Do we know?
No, we have no idea. But
so I'm gonna estimate now 2024. And
oh wow, really? That's my guess too.
Okay, so 2024 and 2024 I'm now claiming as the resurgence of Jason Lee, because that means now that when Jason Lee makes a cameo, in Skate 4, that he's gonna make a huge resurgence in pop culture. He's going to be in like random TV shows as a guest star. He's going to be like, I'm calling it right now. And I'm going to save this VOD for like the podcast. I'm going to save it on a secret hard drive and keep it in my pocket for the rest of my life until 2024 and be like, I fucking told everybody.
I hope so, but we'll see. But yeah, my guess for the next Skate is it's either holiday season 2023 or maybe spring 2024.
I'm leaning towards spring, but I would not be surprised if it was 2023, like holiday, like October or November 2023.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, because EA's pretty good about that.
Ready. I'm so ready, dude. I cannot wait to see that game.
Anyway, you wanna roll on?
Yeah. So this is just a quick thing. PlayStation Plus free games for September were announced. I would have included Xboxes, but they were dog shit, and there's just no point. It's just a bunch of shitty games. So PS4 was Hitman 2 and Predator Hunting Grounds, and then PS5 is Overcooked All You Can Eat.
That's pretty good.
And those will be available on Tuesday. So download them, play them.
It's pretty
Hitman 2 is great. I can attest to that.
Hitman 2 is so good. Hunting Grounds is actually very good too. Like, I liked that Predator game.
I was gonna buy Predator Hunting Grounds when it came out, and I'm glad I didn't, because now I get it for free.
You get it for free, and you get to play it, because now everybody's gonna play in it, so you won't have an issue finding a lobby.
Oh yeah.
No, it's. I would say if I had to attribute it, it was basically Left 4 Dead with Predator skins, like 80s fucking Bantra. Like everybody, oh, pick your weapons, blah blah blah. Do your like little like stuff. So that was fun. Hitman 2, yes, is definitely like one of the meme-worthy games of the last decade.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Hitman 2 is awesome. This is Overcooked 2, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Yeah.
No, all you can eat. So if it's got a subtitle, it's, because Overcooked was just Overcooked, right?
I think it's Overcooked 2, and then there's Overcooked 2 All You Can Eat, like edition
which is like it's like the Super Edition or whatever. Like
yeah, I don't know.
But no, Overcooked is very fun. Yeah, if you haven't played Overcooked, it's super fun.
Hard as fuck.
It's hard as fuck because you have to have a communication with a team. Like, bro, toss me the roast beef. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like the maps are so fucking outlandish that it's so fun to be like, I need a tomato over here now. Like, it's good. We played it a little bit when we were in Korea in 2018, I think, Overcooked 2, because they introduced like online multiplayer in 2, I think. But anyway, it was fun. It's like a party game. Like, it's a fun game if you have like 4 people to play. So
it's best with 4 people. Me and Crystal tried to play it with 2.
Don't do it with 2.
Really tough with 2.
It's hard as fuck with anybody less than. If you don't have a full team to play it, it's not good. Like me, my buddy Golden, and Sam, and her fiance at the time, Gavin. Well, husband now, but Sam. So me, my buddy Alex, Sam, and Gav like played it together, and it was a fucking shit show, but it was fun. It was hilarious. Because we were dealing with like bad internet too, because like we were all on different servers. So like, throw me a tomato, and like a second one passed, and be like, I got you, bro. Like, it was good.
Well, that's it. That's all I'll put on the news.
I mean, that's pretty good news, I'd say. We're rolling with time. It's pretty solid.
I figured we would ramble about the Norman Reedus
You
stuff,
figured
so I was like,
you figured I would ramble, sir.
Yeah, I was like, well, if I'm putting Death Stranding in here, I need to give like a 20-minute buffer.
Donovan's going to talk for the next 7 years.
He's going to start the first church of Kojima again.
This is the resurgence. Welcome to the Renaissance.
By the way, the anniversary of our first episode is in like 3 weeks.
That is true, actually.
Which, it's kind of a bummer because we're only on episode 24.
Yeah, it should be like...
Because we missed so many days.
It should be like 52, technically.
Yeah, we should be way up there.
But, yeah, we had a couple mishaps. We had a couple hiatuses. But the fact that we've been doing this for, like, we're on 23 now? It's still...
24. This is 24.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I fucked up. But, yeah, 24 weeks, which is half of 52, technically, if you think about it. Too shy of half of... So we're about halfway to halfway, so a quarter of a way through a full year. And then with a couple of hiatuses in there. So 4 weeks. Yeah. So... That's pretty cool. The fact that anybody's still listening at this point to the podcast is amazing. So we've almost hit a full year of podcasting, which I think is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah. Cool.
We have generalized commitment to it. So it's not full-fledged because we've had some issues pop up, but it's enough to keep... we didn't do 10 and be like, yeah, we're done.
Well, and it's like... A lot of the people that make podcasts every single week all the time, that's like their job. And this is not our job.
Yeah, this is like a thing that we do because we're like, hey, you know what? It'd be cool to just sit here and like bitch about stuff. Like,
yeah, let's just hang out and talk about games. Sometimes we just can't. So.
Which is actually great for us. Like, you and I have, like, I would say, not rekindled, but like started talking a lot more.
Absolutely,
because
it helps our friendship. For sure.
No, like this is actually like just a gateway for us to like maintain the old school friendship we had from when we were like little kids to now. So like, yeah.
Hold on. On with me, Jimmy.
The pizza is aggressive.
No one's gonna get that.
No one's gonna get that. I'm actually gonna put a YouTube link in the description for that video.
Just click on it. We won't explain anything.
It's time for father-son bonding time, Jimmy.
Yeah. What have you been playing though?
All right. So we recently, actually, before the cast, you hopped in. We played a little bit of Jackbox before Jackbox, while we were waiting to start. We played a little bit of Rocket League, and I like to think, because I've been playing it off and on throughout the week, I like to think I'm still doing, like, okay as, like, a Rocket League player. Like, I'm not fucking great, but I could probably place plat / like, high gold if I, like, wanted to go into it. So, like, that's a big pride moment for me, because I'm not super good. Because I remember the last time I was down at your house, I was, like, super drunk, and I was like, bro, we're gonna get the plat tonight, and we were, like, unplaced. And the shit was like super fucked up.
I suck. I'm terrible at Rocket.
So that's the thing. I was like, yeah, and like it started like pitting us against like bronze players for like how you haven't played in a hot minute. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna get there. And we were like smashing through the leaderboards, and it was like bronze 4, and we were like, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah. So like we've been playing a little bit of that. Biggest caveat, besides Aliens, which I'll talk about later, I did play Cyberpunk today for the first time in quite a while, which was good. I got a little bit farther in the story. I didn't play it on stream or anything. Like, I was just playing it to play it because I slapped my new graphics card into my computer, which was so easy. Like, thank God nothing happened. Everything's good. There was no like package dent. I have a Ring doorbell, like the video doorbell, and as soon as the dude pulled up, like I like went live with it. Like I opened it on my phone at work, and I was like
watching him.
No, like, yeah, I straight up like watched my wife like open the door, and I like you can chime into it and like talk through it, and I was like, open the door, and she was like, what? And I was like, open the package. And like I had my wife, I took a screenshot of it, I should send it out. I had my wife hold up this graphics card in front of the Ring doorbell so I could see it with my own eyes before I got home from work to be like, okay, cool. And I was like, was there tape on it? Was there bubble wrap? Like I asked all these questions because it was like an $800 purchase, so I wanted to make sure that everything was good. But no, so I played Cyberpunk, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I have not had issues with the game. The biggest issue I had was the fact that I was so used to like it looking great with my old graphics card that when it decided to like shit the bed and like I went back to my old one and like I lost ray tracing, I was like, I'm never playing this bullshit again. Like that was it. I never had any issues with like artifacts or tearing. I never had like graphics issues where like faces wouldn't load in. I just didn't want to play it without like the ultimate settings. So maybe I'm bougie, maybe I'm,
sounds like you're bougie.
I mean, like I'm gonna agree with you. Yes, probably. But yeah, no, that was fun.
That's good.
I do have two to talk about, but what have you been playing before I like don't shut up for an hour?
I've been struggling all week to play anything because I just miss Riders Republic, and all I want to do is I just want to shred some slopes, dude. Like
honestly, don't we
all?
all?
That's all I want to do. God, I know. I just want to be out there shredding the gnar. These random people dressed as giraffes or something. Like,
don't we all?
That's all I want to do. But I can't fulfill that void in my life right now because the game's not out. So I was like, I really want to do some mountain biking, so I downloaded Descenders, and I was like, this game's too, like, going from Riders Republic biking to Descenders biking, it's like going from Tony Hawk to Skater XL, which is like the most arcade to the most hardcore simulation. Like, it's hard. So I was like, this just isn't hitting right. Like, I just want like a more laid back experience. Like I'm just slamming into the ground because this shit is so hard. Yeah. So I played that for like a day and I was like, nah.
I'm done with this.
And then No Man's Sky, we talked about this a little bit. No Man's Sky dropped their update, right?
They did.
These motherfuckers. Sean Murray did this to me on purpose.
Yes, he did.
Personally attacked me.
Yeah, you and everyone else. Yeah, I know. I already know what you're going to talk about.
He updated it, and I was like, okay, bet. Look, I have bad internet connection in my room. I run off of Wi-Fi because my router's across the house. So when I set shit to download, like I have to set it to download overnight and while I'm at work, and then I can finally play the game when I get home. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to download this update. By the time I get home from work tomorrow, I'll be good to go. So I download the update. I get home. And then it's like, updating No Man's Sky. When I turn my PlayStation back on, and it says it's updating again. They dropped another update, like a bug fix.
They did.
which is awesome that they're so quick with it. But I was like, fuck, okay, whatever. That one didn't take as long. I got to play it for like an hour, and then I had to go to bed.
Yeah, well, so I'm actually looking at it right now in my Steam library. It doesn't help that like the bug fix was like 6 gigs, like.
Yeah, dude, exactly. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go to bed. I got to play for a little bit. I'm gonna come home from work tomorrow. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I'm gonna play a bunch.
I'm gonna do a podcast, play some No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I get home today and there's another update.
Yeah, that's what it like. The culmination of like both bug fixes and like their actual like patch was like a total like 6 or 7 gigs. Like I'm looking at it and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man, what'd you guys fix?
Yeah, right. But they did a lot, and I haven't gotten into the settlement stuff just yet. I'm about to.
I haven't either. I'm
probably.
Well, we should do that tomorrow if you're like bored. We should play No Man's Sky together.
Dude,
we haven't done
totally
that.
Down.
And I'm so hyped because I played it in VR. I think I told you like a little bit like a couple weeks ago, and like I wanted to fucking puke. It was terrible. Yeah. So I'm gonna play it normal, but like I would be fucking so down to like be like, hey, what do you want to do?
I'm super down. Don't forget, I'm like the richest man in the universe. So
True. That boy lent you or gave you them like what are they? The fucking
the nanotubes.
Yeah, the BioWeave nanotubes or whatever. They're like 42 mil a pop, and he gave you like 12 or some shit. Like this dude's over here rocking money out the ass.
I have $200 million, so I'm straight. But yeah, so
you start buying some fucking frigates, and then you're like, damn, I'm broke.
Which I did do, but I had to be wise about that.
Yeah,
I hopped in. You know, I debriefed my expedition that's been on expedition for like 2 months.
6 months, yeah.
Which they got like 2 million something units out of it, so that was pretty sick. So yeah, I debriefed them, and then I went to my base, and I was just doing some wire work, and like I opened up the build menu, and they completely reworked it into like an actual like menu. It used to just be this little crossbar at the bottom.
Yeah. It's like a big UI now, right?
Yeah, it's like a big UI thing that's like, it's kind of like Minecraft. Like it actually opens up a whole thing.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Don't get me started. Okay. Oh God.
Yeah, I love that, and now you can build by just like flying around instead of being your person. You can actually detach from your character.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if that was a concept.
Fly around and build.
That was a PC thing for a minute. I didn't know that. We started playing together. Like my buddy Shane, we would play like me and RJ would play like No Man's Sky with our buddy Shane. And he was like, yeah, just attach the camera. I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, just hit Q or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know you could, like, move away from it to, like, play stuff instead of, like, having to, like, climb up shit to, like, put it down, which is so fucking cool because you can actually, like,
I didn't even know that.
Well, so, like, it adds to the effect of, like, I didn't really utilize the terrain scanner a lot, where you could like find like gas deposits or like electromagnetic fields or whatever they are.
Why did you not utilize that? So
I never knew. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I didn't think about it, but then when you like pull away the camera when you're building, you can find build the electromagnetic like pulsars or whatever they are to like generate like a fuck ton of power, and then build like power lines back to your base, where like the two building fields like overlap. Like you build like little like pylons or whatever, or like little boxes up, and then like just like a power line like conduit or whatever it is, like to connect the lines and just like run them back to your base, and like you have a little like battery storage. And like, dude, I had a whole thing figured out. Like it was fucking phenomenal once I figured out you could do that. It was so good.
No, it's awesome. I love what they did with the build menu. I haven't done it. As soon as you jump in the game, an NPC will call you. It's like a distress signal to their
for like settlers.
Cool. Little settlement.
So they give you like an intro, like an introduction.
Right.
Okay.
Because that's what I was worried about. I was like, well, I'm gonna hop in. And
how the fuck am I gonna know what to do? Like.
And like a thing that's been a problem with No Man's Sky in the past is like, when there's a big update, like your existing worlds aren't going to have these things because they're already rendered and everything.
So they like, I thought that was what they said though, is that like they've worked super hard to like actually migrate older worlds to keep up with the updates, which is I think phenomenal on their part, because that's got to be super tedious to make sure all these bin files line up. So that's great on their part. Yeah,
so I think they definitely fixed that. They had to have, but. Yeah, so now they're just like, hey, come to our settlement. And I haven't gone there yet, but I'm going to.
We should.
Probably when I get off of here.
Yeah, I would say, like, it's kind of late on my end, but, like, well, your end, too. We should do that tomorrow, too. For a fact, we should definitely play No Man's Sky. Like, a big group. Like, you, me, and then, like, we'll get like, a couple of other people to play, and we'll have, like, a big fucking, like, quad thingy. Like, That's all I've wanted with No Man's Sky, was to have like a fleet. Like, hey, we're all hanging out together, like 5 people to like do, even if everyone's just like bullshitting in Discord, doing their own thing, fucking off or whatever. But just be like, hey man, I need some help. Can you come help me? Yeah, I got you. And they fly over to wherever you're at, or like warp to you. Like that's exactly what I wanted with this game. And the fact they delivered it now, yes, granted, a little bit late than promised, but I mean, whatever.
It kind of came out in 2016, but we don't talk about that.
We don't. In fact, actually, we leave that alone and let the game be the game and have fun with it.
It's a great game now, so.
It actually is, in fact.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty much all I've been playing though.
Well,
and then some Sims.
Well, I mean, yeah, like that's a given. You gotta be my shoe knowing over there. So one thing I wanted to talk about was Aliens. I don't know if you've seen the release for Fireteam Elite.
Yeah, I have.
So if I had to make an analogy for it, it's straight up Gears of War Horde mode, but with classes and a classic like Alien movie skin, like lore wise. So it's super fucking fun. I didn't play a lot of it. I played it with Will and RJ, and I got like thrown into the meat grinder with them. Like, hey, we're gonna do this mission. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Cool. And we started playing it, and I was like, this is fucking fun. But that's basically it. It's like a Gears of War engine where like you have a cover to cover system where you're like hiding behind stuff if you want to, but you have classes. So it's got like Ghost Recon Wildlands esque or Division esque implements where like there's a technician, there's like a like an engineer that blows shit up, there's like a straight up assault class. Like it's pretty cool. I didn't finish the story yet, and you have to finish the story to actually unlock like unlimited mode or like horde mode, but I had a fantastic time with it, and I'm gonna probably pick it up again this weekend because it was a lot of fun to play with people, because you have call outs, be like, oh fuck, there's an alien. Like it's scary. It's like Alien Isolation in third person, but with a gun too. Like you have to like run from shit. You're like, hey, fuck you, I'm gonna shoot you. There's like boss aliens. There's like different types of the actual xenomorph, so that's really fucking cool. But no, I had a really good fucking time with the game, so I would definitely recommend it if you've got some scratch to pick it up and have a little bit of a couple friends to play.
How much is it?
I think it's 30. I have to double check. I actually don't know though, because my buddy Will, I wasn't playing video games or in Discord hanging out. Like I had a bad work day or whatever. Like I was there late and I went to bed early. I think it was actually the day that my daughter started kindergarten, the next day. But I got an email. It was like, hey, you've been gifted a Steam gift. I was like, what the fuck? And he bought it for me. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? So we played it. But I'm pretty sure, I have to double check. I think it's 30. I'm going to look on Steam right now. But no, it's 100% like a great... it's okay, it's 40, my bad. $40. So it's a little bit cheaper than a normal game, like a normal like AAA title or whatever. But it's definitely a lot of fun. It's got a lot of like the Gears of War essence in it. It's got, I mean, there's obviously no chainsaw execution and stuff. But it's good for sure.
Yeah,
but
I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks pretty cool.
You have the whole like roadie run / cover / roll away system, so that's good. It feels fresh, but it feels like nostalgic too, because like everyone's used to the old Gears of War controls from like 360. Yeah. Which I would pick up. I'd pick up Gears of War 2 right now and replay it. Like I don't give a shit. I loved the Gears of War games.
I never really cared for them too much.
Oh, buddy.
The one I did get into was Gears of War 3. I got into them.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, like, Judgment. I was like, I cannot be your friend anymore.
I only played 3 for the
multiplayer. Yeah.
Literally.
That's why I picked up 5, was for the multiplayer. I was like, yep. Like, when I was in school, actually, when I was in Georgia for Ed Benning, I was like, yep, all right, this is fun. And I would get my shit rocked. I was like, yeah, I'm not MLG anymore, man. Like,
I think they should make a Gears of War movie and cast Batista and, I don't know, maybe The Rock. Because they're just giant men.
Everybody that's...
They would look great.
Every big actor, like Batista, The Rock, John Cena, like everyone that's a fucking giant.
Batista, The Rock, John Cena, fucking Vin Diesel.
That's it. And then to actually have the original voice actors just dub over lines. Have like, what's his name? Oh my god. What the fuck is the name of the dude that does all the voice? He does like Jake the Dog on Adventure Time, but he was Mark. He's like, Dom! Like, have that in the background of like Batista. Dom, what are you doing, Dom? Like,
throw Zac Efron in there too, might as well.
Zac Efron could be Carmine, and he can get fucking his head blown off like he always does. Anyway, so what I did want to like touch on a little bit because we have been running a little bit on time. I have been playing so much fucking Minecraft that I want to blow my brains out.
Dude, I absolutely love this Minecraft story arc you're going on.
The fact that it the reason it starts is it's so wholesome is my daughter has been on like a little like YouTube she has screen time, right? So like we'll be like, hey, 2 hours, and like she's on YouTube like watching like fucking Peppa Pig or whatever the fuck. But like she finds her way into these deep dark like YouTube rabbit holes where she ends up like seeing like Minecraft videos. She's like, hey dad, like I think I told it a couple times. I was like, hey, she's like, hey dad, can we play Minecraft? And I was like, what the fuck did you say to me? Like I was like, what? Like the Super Instinct theme from fucking Dragon Ball played. It was like bum 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 bum. Like I was so excited to introduce my child to Minecraft. So then we would play like right here, like sitting, if you're watching the Twitch stream, like sitting here, and like right next to me, like I had my old, like it's the new gaming chair that I'm sitting in, but like my old gaming chair, she would sit right next to me and be like, I want to build this. And I'm like, say no more, I got you. And we'd build it. But then she'd be like, okay, like whatever, like 8:50 or like 9 would roll around. She'd like get ready to go to bed for school. And then like I would find myself here till like 1 a.m. on like school night when I gotta get up at like 6:30 to be like, I've been playing Minecraft all night. Like I would look around.
That's how it happens, dude.
Oh, I know. Well, even now, like at the time of the recording, it's 1:40 in the morning. But I would be here on a time when I would have an actual obligation tomorrow. But we'd be like, I can go get some more ender pearls, or I can go do this or whatever. Like it's wild to me, especially with mods, because of the fact that I've been playing this rad mod, like the roguelike Adventures and Dungeons, where everything's like super randomized. Plus the shaders are pretty cool because like water looks really realistic. But like just going out and leaving my little prefab house that I've been adding to, by the way, because they have like they took Terraria crafting and added it into as a mod. So like having like good cooking, or we're like, hey, I got to make a water filter to get fresh water, to make some butter, to make like a cake. Like, I don't know. I get so like fucking ingrained or like deeply involved in these Minecraft like recipes or like story arcs where I'll be like, I need to stop, like
that game with mods is severely underrated.
No, it's seriously so good. Like, yes, it's a child's game, or people say like, oh my god, it's Minecraft, but like the character development, me as a person, like I have gone through, like thinking about like, dude, I have a mine shaft down through my house, I gotta go this way, I built a mine cart, boom, gotta get more diamonds to go up to make this specific crafting recipe, which wasn't involved in the vanilla Minecraft, so that I can like, no, it's so good, because there's like different bosses and shit now, like there's dimensions where I have to make portals, like not just the nether, to go in like the aether, it's called, or like the underworld, or like, like there's bosses in each thing, and like there's a whole crafting / like quest system to be like, hey, make a diamond pickaxe, cool, make a diamond sword. That shit
into an RPG.
That's all I've ever wanted, right? Is I've wanted a Minecraft RPG where there was a big crafting thing. It was a fucking UI that I was familiar with because we played Minecraft so fucking much back in the day, and like having that where it was like a comfortable setting where I could create my own goals, where I'd be like, I'm gonna finish this check mark today. Like that's all I've ever wanted from Minecraft, and it's so fucking amazing the fact that like here I am now, a 30-year-old man basically, introducing my 5-year-old daughter to Minecraft, to the point where I am so ingrained in it that be like, oh my god, I gotta stop. That's it. That's all I ever wanted for Minecraft. So like I know too at this point I'm so fucking late to the party. Like I know Minecraft mods have been a big thing, but like obviously now I'm a PC guy and everything, so like this is the first like inclination I've been getting into, like being introduced to Minecraft mods. But no, this is something that I'm definitely going to suck a lot of my life into, which I am totally okay with, honestly.
I remember when I was like 15 or so, I would watch playthroughs of people playing modded Minecraft, and I was like,
so like it's
dude,
so
this
good.
is a whole other world of Minecraft. Like, this shit is so amazing.
It's a different fucking game, and that's how amazing it is, because it's the UI that we're all comfortable with. The Minecraft, like, oh, if I put 2 wood together, I get a stick. Everyone's used to that, but then you add crazy crafting recipes with like some of these mods where it gives you the JEI input, so like you can see every recipe in the game when you open the crafting menu. So it's like, hey, what do I need to make this? Oh, I need this. How do I get... And you click on that and you like dig deeper into the rabbit hole and be like, oh, how do I get this? Oh, I have to kill a ghast 3 times. Cool, got it. Boom, going to the nether. Like it's so good. And they have like pet mods too, or like those inventory pets. So like I have one right now in my little like rogue playthrough where it's an anvil pet, and if I feed it iron nuggets, it repairs the shit in my inventory. Like it's it's wild, but it's so fucking useful because the game actually, the mod pack that I'm using scales with difficulty. So the longer you play this particular save file, the harder it actually gets. Like the mobs get like harder, they don't die as quick, like they fuck you up a lot easier. So like it scales with you, so it doesn't get boring. So like it's super fun, but I've actually... Yeah, right?
20,
like, who knew?
2021 would have been the year of Minecraft for you.
2020 was the actual year of Minecraft for everybody because of fucking quarantine. So, like, yeah, I'm late to the party, but thank God that I'm here now. Like, I don't know. It's such a good... I could talk all day about it, like how much fun I'm having with it. Even, like, by myself. Like, if I had other people to play with, like you and I, like, it'd be like a fucking different ballpark. Because
it's cross-platform, but I couldn't play your modded shit.
Well, that's the thing. Like the mods, I don't think they're cross-platform. Like I wouldn't mind starting a vanilla server to go through and like kill the Ender Dragon with you again. I don't give a shit, dude.
You know how many vanilla games we started? I'm down to do another.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We would go through it because it would always end up the same way, right? Was where I would be the guy back at the little like home base, like building stuff, and you'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing now?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm making a tower," and you'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." You're like, I went out to kill a couple cows to get leather. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, that was our thing. Like, that was our thing. Like, I loved it. I think you and I have only actually beaten Minecraft back in the day, like pre-patch, like once. I want to say you and I have only killed the Ender Dragon like one time.
I've only done it like a few times. And
like, even then, like, I think I was 14 or something and you were like 12 and like we were like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. We fucking did it. We beat the game. But like when just following the game now too, like yes, catching up to it is super cool with all the new updates, because that was another thing, even without the mods, like vanilla Minecraft, like getting used to like what the fuck is this? What is that? Who is that? What the fuck is that thing? Like it's a different fucking ballpark in its own thing. But like I swear to God, dude, tomorrow starts the reckoning of base builders for us. We're going to play No Man's Sky. We're going to play Minecraft. And I will not hear anything different. Like, I will start a new vanilla Minecraft server for us to play on. So we can be like, hey, man, it's been a minute, huh? Yeah. But no, honestly, that's really all I've been playing is Minecraft, along with everything else. But yeah, so... That's probably a good place to call her there, right?
Talking and like you were like, "Are you there? Are you dead?"
No, yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
I have no idea.
God, we went all podcasts without this shit.
Yeah, I know, right? We went the entire cast without dealing with the bullshit. But hey, whatever.
I was literally like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah." You were like, "Well, I think that's a good place to call it." I was like, "Wait."
No, so what did you say then? Like, because we can.
I was just saying, if you're super into Minecraft right now, you should play Minecraft Dungeons.
Is that cross-platform? Because I got the ad for it in the Minecraft launcher. It was like, hey, you should try Dungeons. It's pretty cool. And I know it's like an RPG thing, which that's my kink, bro.
Minecraft, it's a dungeon crawler. It's like a top-down dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
it's
amazing. It's like isometric, like Diablo, right? So like you start with whatever, and then you like level up and stuff. Like I'm cool with that.
You get equipment, and then you get enchantments, and like it's so good. And the levels are awesome, and it looks great. It's like a dungeon crawler for dummies. Like it's like a dumbed down like dungeon crawler.
So
very easy to get into.
Here's the thing, right? Actually, instead of dungeons, if we started a new Minecraft server, you, me, and Crystal would be able to play together.
True,
we would have a big old base.
She'd be down too. She loves Minecraft.
I would love to play with you and your wife. As weird as that sounds without context. Like, that sounds so weird without context, but I swear to God, it'd be so nice. Like, when we used to play Modern Warfare, they're like, oh, Crystal, watch out. She'd be like, who is that? I'm like, oh, it's Donavin.
Yeah, we should play. But first, I want to play No Man's Sky.
Yes, that's literally going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
After I'm done doing dad stuff and cutting the grass and picking my tomatoes, thanks to the garden update, which you reminded me of earlier in the cast, we should definitely play No Man's Sky.
I live on a planet that has orange oceans, and I called it Oceans of Mountain Dew. And built my base. I built my base and right next to like a lake of orange water, and I called it Dew Lagoon. So
I will love to land. Do you have a landing pad? I would love to land there.
I do have a landing pad.
I would love to land there and just help. Just build the community. That's my whole thing.
But yeah, I'm down. I guess we should call it there, though.
No, that is a pretty good place to call it, though. So then how do you want to roll it out?
Yeah, I guess we didn't write an outro.
We did not, but hey, so it's cool.
Write an outro.
So the best thing about an intro is we just flip it, reverse it, like Missy Elliott once said.
I mean, yeah, you want to just run it back?
Yeah, honestly. So this has been a episode of Super Pixels Weekly, a podcast about video game news and anything else that we revolve around regarding the video game and nerd subculture. I am Donavin.
And I'm William. Our show is available on all major podcast platforms, which you probably already know by now because you're at the end. If you have any questions or comments that you want us to read on the next episode, email us at superpixelsweekly@gmail.com. And check out his Twitch, my YouTube in the description. I got a shitload of Riders Republic gameplay, and Donovan's always streaming dope shit. So
I'm streaming right now on the podcast.
Literally at the moment.
At ATM at the moment, not automated teller machine where you get money from. But one last thing, though, so sweet. Within the cast, right? I'm going to hit you with another non-inverted ad. So, some sweet deals on some PC games with some PC keys through Instant Gaming. My link is in the description. We get some kickback. It's pretty cool. But also, if you are watching or listening at this point to the podcast / the Twitch stream and you've ever wanted to donate to the channel, or if you want to donate to help me out or whatever, what you should actually do instead of helping us out through monetary value, donate to Extra Life. It's a charity that we are affiliated with through my Twitch. The link is on the Twitch stream directly below me. Just scroll down to the About Me section. You'll see it there. It's a big blue thing. But the link is also in the description of the podcast. It's to help kids out and bring them video games while they're on extended stays in hospitals. If you want more info, the link again is in the description. Kids cannot wait, so please donate to them instead of me. And yes, I am turning down money. That's how that goes. But I think that's a good place to end it. And I am going to say that with complete solidarity, we will catch you guys, gals, and non-binary pals next week.
Yep.
Later. Right. Later. All right, we're on Twitch. Cool. 3, 2, 1, like iCarly.